Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking everything cheerfulness. We're going to consider Anita Marshall's God's Little Book of Cheerfulness. So this is the book that we're reviewing today. And so first of all, I'm going to define what cheerfulness means. Cheerfulness is defined as the state of being happy and positive. And so this little book is about thoughts, quotes, texts about cheerfulness. And so Anita Marshall shares a number of stories about people, how they found joy in small things, and how they also found hope. She puts emphasis on finding happiness in every situation, whether it's the worst situation or maybe it's a good situation. And so there is a particular story that really stood out for me in this book. And so Anita Marshall shared a story about a leper who was watching chicks, moving around and then chasing worms and just having, a nice time. And so as this leper watched the chicks doing all those things, he just found himself smiling and all his gloom was gone. And so it's the little things such as this that really bring joy and just a smile on our faces. And when I was reading this book, I realized to say, there is, in every situation, they say there is a silver lining. And so I think in every situation there's something joyful, regardless of how bad the situation could be. And so reading this book, really just added a whole lot of positivity to my life and also how I see things. Because you see, many other times that when you experience something bad, you just start dwelling in the negative part of the situation. But then there is always a positive aspect in every situation, and that's one of the points that Anita Marshall highlights in this book. She also shares the ABC of cheerfulness. She takes every letter of the alphabet to represent something about cheerfulness. And so the ABC really stood out for me, where the A means acceptance. For you to be happy in every situation that you find yourself in, you need to accept whatever situation you are in. You need to accept whatever happens in life and just allow cheerfulness to break through anyway. In accepting what you're going through, you become positive. And then the B, she talks about being a blessing to others through your words, your actions, and everything that you do. You should make sure that you bless others in the way you talk. It could be just a word of encouragement. It could be just just something that even just a smile, be a blessing to others. And then C means contentment and courage. When you accept, you become a blessing, because when you accept what happens in your life, when you accept every situation that you find yourself in, you're going to see the positive. And then when you see the positive, you're going to become a blessing. You're going to be a blessing to others, because you're going to smile, you're going to just radiate joy, you're going to radiate happiness, you're going to spread happiness all around. And so when you become a blessing, you become content. Everything that you have, you're just fine. You have enough. You become content, and then you have also the courage to soldier on. So this really stood out for me. I thought of just sharing A, B, and C, because these really are the most highlighted in it, and they really stood out for me. It's a very colorful book, even just the cover, just the way the pages are inside, it's full of color. Very attractive book, even just from the cover, I'm sure one can tell. It's a quick read. It's it's got about 128 pages, but the stories that I shared in this book, they're very short stories and they're very relatable. They really hit home. I'm going to read an excerpt from the book. It reads, and I quote, "It was a magic morning. The rain had ceased, the sun was warm, the trees were well furnished with singing birds, and a rich, gentle happiness lay smoothly over the world." So this is my prayer today to the world. We're going through a lot. There's a lot just going on, the pandemic. Most countries' economy is collapsing and everything. But then this is my prayer to say, regardless of whatever we are going through, one day we are going to experience a magic morning where the rain will cease, where it will be all warm, home where the trees will be furnished with the sweet melodies from birds, and a gentle happiness will lay smoothly over the earth. And this is what I hope for, this is what I pray for, and I believe this should be everyone's prayer for a better day, for a better tomorrow, for a better life. And even as we continue to be cheerful in everything that we do, even as we continue to just share happiness and just be positive about every situation that we find ourselves in. We've come to the end of this video. I'll see you again in my next video. Goodbye.